Hello and welcome people to the internet, my name is Jake Dragon7 and welcome to today's episode of Smash Squad. So today's episode, we focus on characters that use bombs in their moveset. So we're going to be covering Duck Hunt, Link, and Mega Man. Each of these characters do have some type of explosion somewhere in their moveset. And yeah, it's kind of, I'm going to try to be using their explosive moves a bit more than usually would. I guess it really depends. Like Duck Hunt, you use the can a lot, and the can is of course his explosive. Explosive. How can I say that? So yes, Duck Hunt is also, as some of you watch my channel may know, one of my mains, along with Shulk and Ness. So hopefully I won't do too bad as him. I mean, really, yeah, I should be doing pretty decent with him, considering I do play him quite often. He's probably my go-to character for projectiles. Because like I said, I do have quite a bit of experience with him. I started playing Duck Hunt as sort of like a joke, because he was one of those characters that's just like, why is he even in the game? But I actually find him quite fun, unlike some of the other ones, such as Wii Fit Trainer. What I like about Duck Hunt is that there's usually a lot to kind of keep an eye out for. Like, usually you'll have a can laying around somewhere, and you can usually kind of get some crazy setups off of it. I feel like I kind of have to be really smart and be able to kind of understand a lot of what's going on to be able to play Duck Hunt. One of the things I usually try to do when playing Duck Hunt, and I totally screwed that dash attack up on the can. One of the things I like to do with Duck Hunt is just to try to have as many attacks out as possible. Even though this probably isn't a great strategy, it's worked pretty well for me in the past. Try to have as many attacks out as possible as you can, so your opponent has as few ways as possible of getting in. That... Okay, good, it didn't kill. I was so worried that was going to kill. And there we go, I went too deep for the kill. So, thing is, like, I'm only at... Well, I'm at 82 now, but... Like, I don't even remember what percent I was before that up smash, but that was almost enough to kill me, so... Now, keep in mind, I mean, I guess I was also kind of close to the ledge, but... So that's one thing I tend to do a lot, like, I'll set up a gunsman, and then I'll also throw out, like... It really depends, I'll either throw out a can, or an aerial, or if possible, I'll even throw out both. Because like I said, really what I like doing is just trying to cover as many options as possible to keep my opponent overwhelmed. That's just something Duck Hunt's very good at doing, because he is able to have, like, that many attacks out at one period of time. That's kind of what makes, that's kind of like the deadly aspect of Duck Hunt. Although what I like about him is that despite his heavy focus on projectiles, he still has decent melee moves. They're not great. I'm not trying to say Duck Hunt's an amazing character to play, like, an up-close playstyle with. But he's not nearly as bad as you'd think. His up air is actually a really good kill move. His forward air, if you can sweet spot it properly, his forward air and back air are both pretty good. I personally find them pretty tricky to sweet spot. Not like Zelda levels of difficulty, but still a little bit difficult nonetheless. See if that's all. And there we go, up throw to can. Actually worked. Alright, and I didn't even lose a stock. So as you can see, some form of confidence with this character. Next up we'll go to Mega Man, as he's definitely my second best out of these three. Just want to warn you right now, Link is my sort of awful character of the episode. It seems like most episodes have that, where there's one character I'm just ridiculously bad with. But yeah, in this episode, that character would be Link. And I'll explain why later, but for right now, why don't we just go with Mega Man. Admittedly, I probably don't play Mega Man as the way you're really supposed to, but I still think the way I play Mega Man works pretty well. So one of the things I usually do at the start of every Mega Man match is I'll set up a Metal Blade and just try to go for Metal Blade as D-drop setup. That was supposed to be a down tilt, but unfortunately I was kind of running for a bit too long. Expect me to do that a lot in this video with the just the down air in general. Really just because I've gotten really lucky with it in the past, but I tend to use that as a really, like, something I just do a lot off stage for kills. I will tend to go for Dare a lot. Like I said, I've had a lot of luck with it in the past. Well, I'm genuinely surprised that combo worked. And that is not an F throw or F smash you can roll away from. Sorry, buddy. Alright, not quite far enough from the ledge for that one to kill, but still. Alright. Basically, I'd like to do a lot of Z-drop, Metal Blade stuff, especially percents. Back air is definitely a pretty good kill move once you can kind of, if you can hit it. Sometimes you can't really get the last hit off, but it is still, jeez, can't get that last hit. There we go. Yeah, so sometimes Metal Blade can also be nice for starting up combos, like even just as a projectile. Kind of screwed it up there, but I have gotten off like just hitting someone with the Metal Blade and then grabbing them before. That's sort of a combo I kind of came up with, where it's like kind of get like a Metal Blade combo and then you continue it with a grab. It's kind of weird, but I haven't really gotten it to work. But that's because I've only tried going for it a few times. But from what I've seen, if you're able to get the read off, then it could potentially, like, the thing is that it's a combo that's based off of read, so it's not really like a true combo. But if you're able to get the read, then potentially, I mean, could get some damage off. And oh, okay. Well. See how much that does. Let's go for the Crash Bomber here. Like I said, I will try to go for these moves a bit more, but unfortunately, I don't usually use Crash Bomber, as I can't really find too much use for it myself. I actually thought I was just going to go for Finishing Touch, which I'm pretty sure would have killed. Oh, there we go. Actually, I think he might have gone for a Finishing Touch and I hit him out of it. Because I could tell when he was coming back, he didn't have the limit. I thought he was going to have to waste his limit on the recovery, but he didn't even have it. Interesting. Like I said, maybe he just went for a final touch and he just got messed up because of the startup. I don't know. Alright, though. So, yes, now we will go on to fight someone else with Link. So, the big issue I have with Link is that he's kind of too heavy for me. Like I said before, I'm not a huge fan of most heavyweights. But, like, heavyweights like Bowser, I'm usually pretty okay with because they're like the speed, there's still speed. Link, unfortunately, doesn't really have that much speed, and unfortunately, I feel like a lot of his moves just aren't too particularly good. Maybe that's probably not really the way I see it. But I really just enjoy playing Toon Link more because I like being able to be quick with this. Okay. Friendly taunt. Because I tend to just like Toon Link more because of all the extra speed. Alright, though. Of course, there are still some fun things about playing Link. Link is, of course, a lot stronger than Toon Link. There's a lot more moves that kind of just do a lot of damage and can even kill. I am personally a pretty big fan of Link's Fair. That's probably one of my favorite moves of his. Also, even though there's usually just too much startup and it's like really easy to get hit out of it, I do like Link's dash attack. I just think I like it because it's like a reference. Like, I like dash attacks that kind of has something to do with the original game. I feel like most dash attacks, and not that I can really blame Nintendo for this, but I feel like most dash attacks are kind of just like completely random and don't really have anything to do with the original series that the character's from. Link is one of the few exceptions. I know DDD also has one. I feel like Kirby's is based off of an attack that you can have with the yo-yo ability. I could be wrong there, so don't quote me on that. I know Mario's is based off of 64. But for the most part, dash attacks are just kind of random because most characters don't have an attack like that in their games, and I guess we take those. But yeah, I do really enjoy it when a character can actually take a dash attack from their original games, because this feels like a nice snazzy reference to... Oh, God. I just like it, though. It's a nice snazzy little reference. Alright, so yes. Right now, I do have the lead because Falcon... Well, I don't have it anymore. But I did have the lead because Falcon kind of screwed up his recovery. Falcon, of course, infamous for having one of the worst recoveries. Of course, far from the worst, Little Mac, but still not a particularly good recovery. Alright. Oh damn, that did not work at all. I thought I had a jump there. Oh boy. Yeah, he just kept going too deep there. So really, I should not have won that. But hey, you know what? I still did. So I guess I'm not complaining that I haven't dropped a match yet. Yeah. Alright though, so yes. I suppose I'll head back to Mega Man now. Let's see here. Let's see here. Well, he left. Alright though, yeah, so I'll head back to Mega Man. I will do with this costume. I like this costume because I think it makes him look like rusted. But yes, so I'll just meet you guys back in a second when this guy picks his character. Alright, so he's going Fox. A little bit bad for me because he can reflect a lot of my stuff, but I feel like I can work around this.
Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate.
Alright. So I suppose I'm really just gonna have to do is try my best to just get punishes on him, because I feel like if I just try to actually use projectiles on my own, I'm just gonna they're just gonna get reflected back at me, and I definitely don't want that, because you know, I'm pretty sure Fox's reflector has increased damage. I'm pretty sure they all do. And that was a very dumb down tilt. Okay, let's see if that'll work. Probably could have just gone down and grabbed. That might have actually been smarter.
Keep training and working on your sides.
Alright, let's grab him. Yes.
Now, return to your original position.
I don't know. Actually, yeah, he can. Just like I was gonna say, I'm not sure if he can make that back, but yeah. I don't know why I kept going for down smash. Ooh, no! Why didn't it let me shield? Why did it not let me shield? Damn it, game. I don't know. I should stop going for down smash because it's just so difficult to use. I kind of stopped charging that because I kind of knew he was going to be able to reflect that.
Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. Keep your hands and heels on the floor.
Come on.
Hold this pose for 30 to 40 seconds.
Why can I not hit him anymore?
Return to your original position.
Really? Okay, there we go. At 107.
Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. While exhaling, bend forward and touch your toes with both hands.
I don't know why I went for dash attack. That was a bad idea. Pretty much the only time you can actually use Mega Man's dash attack is if you're capping off a combo, because it has just too much startup and end lag. That was awful. Yeah, I kind of had to be a bit more careful there with a lot of my moves, which I really didn't do with any of my melee moves. I just kind of did that with my projectiles, so. I should be able to beat him with Duck Hunt, though. I mean, really, I don't know. I feel like I wasn't completely awful there. No, GG to you, too. Oh, and he left. Alright, we have player 2 with his Robin here today. See if he can take out my Duck Hunt. Down throw fair. So neither of those should reach the end of the stage. I would have felt really bad for me. He got caught on the ledge there. Not the ledge, just the edge of the stage. Let's see here. Alright. Yeah. Trying to keep him at bay here. I tried to read the air dodge to go for fair. I really don't think the fair... Well, I don't even think my angle to fit, but yeah, I don't think it really would have been possible for me to hit that fair at all. It seemed like the best option I could have gone for. And that there was not supposed to happen. I was just... I don't even know what that was, but yeah. Alright. That is one thing I do kind of like, even though it's really, really risky. It is one thing that I think is really fun to actually pull off with Duck Hunt. If you can like hit yourself and your opponent with a can and then follow up with it and kill them, I feel like it is a really satisfying way to get a kill with Duck Hunt. Wait, what? Where'd my jump go? I had a jump, but the game didn't give me a jump. Are you kidding me? So now the game's just trying to screw me out of this victory. Wait, what? Not supposed to be a side B. There we go. So yeah, stuck on up air. It's a pretty good kill move. It's probably his best kill move aside from his smashes. But even still, they can whiff pretty easily. No, I don't know why I thought he didn't have it. I knew he had it fully charged, but for at the same time I was like, well, why don't I just... I don't fucking know. All I know is that was such a bad idea, because I knew he was going to go for Thoron. Alright, let's see here. Really, only the last hit actually made contact there. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I knew he was going to go for Thoron there. I just kind of kept having to, you know, make sure I dodged that. Would have been really bad if I got hit by that. Let's see here. Just try to keep him off the stage. No, it didn't let me release it when I wanted to release it. But I think that's going to kill anyway. Yes! Ooh, that was an intense match. Yeah, that was a pretty intense match. So GG to this Robin. He's actually pretty good. Alright, let's see here. And GG to you as well. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling that wasn't the most interesting match to watch, unfortunately, but that's just what happens when you have two like defensive characters, I guess. Yeah, this is a new person, so I guess I'll get Mega Man against this guy because I don't want to try my link against him because it's just really bad. But yeah, that's really what you have. What Jesus Christ, if I can only speak. Say this every episode. It's really just what happens when you have two defensive characters that kind of have to like stay back for their own safety. Cause like, you know, Duck Hunt is just like really, cause Duck Hunt's pretty light. And Robin's really slow, so it's like... And both of them have recoveries that I feel like kind of easily mess with. I guess Robin's a bit harder to mess with. It's just that distance-wise isn't great, and Duck Hunt's like there's no hitbox on it, so it ends up... Even though Duck Hunt has some of the best recovery, like just the raw recovery distance on Duck Hunt's update is pretty good. It doesn't necessarily make him one of the best characters in terms of recovery just because of his lack of hitbox. Alright, though. So right here, my Mega Man is indeed holding his own. And he messed up his recovery really bad there. Alright, though. So, I have a Metal Blade. I'm surprised he didn't just enter the stage charging. I kind of had a feeling he was going to just enter the stage charging the neutral blade. Surprisingly, no. He just kind of sat as he was just lamenting his failed recovery. Alright, though. Oh jeez, that was supposed to be a back air. I'm pretty sure it came out as a nair though. I kind of knew he was gonna end too high, but I still wanted to try it. You know what I just realized? I haven't really used enough up air in this video. Or up tilt. Yeah, honestly, all three of the characters I'm playing this episode have pretty good up airs. I feel like Link's is a bit laggy, but it still is a very, very powerful move. And the hitbox on it can just make it really awkward to deal with. Awkward like my sentence structure and just the way I speak. Nice. I love getting the spike on Mega Man down air so much. I feel like it is one of the easier spikes in the game. Like it's one of the spikes I feel like I can get most frequently. Did I think there's a stock in that match? I don't know if I'd be able to tell. Yeah, I can't really tell now, but I don't think I lost a stock there. Alright, so say GG. I'm not gonna fight this guy again because I want to fit in another Link match. Where am I? You're in For Glory, otherwise known as Hell. Welcome, buddy. Enjoy your stay. Alright, though, so yes, back as Link. One thing I do like about Link, in terms of the costumes, I feel like a lot of them are like references. You know, he has all of his costumes from Ocarina of Time. The normal one, the fire one, and the water one. And then he has, I don't think the gold costume is a reference to anything. I don't know if the purple costume was in anything. I know it was in Hyrule Warriors, but this came out before that. And I'm sure it was also in other games, so that doesn't really count. But then there's also Dark Link. You have like a sort of Skyloft tunic, and then you have the Fierce Deity costume. I love that Fierce Deity costume so much. It's really just because Majora's Mask is my favorite game in the series, and I tried air dodging, but as you can probably imagine, I had too much lag because of the bombs.
And try to keep your hips aligned with your back.
Oh my god! I knew he was gonna use it there. Like after I realized I like forward smashed, that's when I knew he was gonna use it.
Return to your original position.
All right, well.
Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate.
Alright, nice. Nice. I feel like that boomerang actually just made things worse for me.
Equally between both legs.
Damn it. And wow, that actually hit.
Now return to your original position.
Oh, come on. Damn. Of course, I just recently did my Mewtwo All-Star video, so I'm gonna try to plug that here. Oh yes, I love doing that so much, getting kills with the boomerang. I don't care whether or not I'm playing as Link, I just love doing that. But yeah, so of course, you know, I did recently play Mewtwo in a video. Like I said there, Mewtwo is one of my favorite characters in this game. And is that gonna be it? No? Alright. Can't fault me for trying these things at this point. And really, what am I supposed to do by now? You know, it's like basically screwed anyway. Alright, good. So that actually broke the Shadow Ball. And that's it. GG, nice try. I lost. Alright, so I don't want to make this episode too long, so I think I'll just do one more match with Duck Hunt. You know, go back to my main, and we'll end it off there. Alright, so he's going Mewtwo again. I'm not sure why I waited too long on the character select screen, but alright, here we go. I decided to just go with the default colors. I'm not a huge fan of Duck Hunt's extra colors. I don't like them too much. Aside from, of course, that last one. I guess they're not the worst, but I don't find them particularly great either. Alright, though, so... Oh, no, I tried shielding that because I saw it was coming toward me. And it was just this helicopter or something. Oh. Coming over me right now, so sorry if that's like really obnoxious in the background. Not really much I can do. No. Okay. I was just worried about the lag on dash attack there. Jeez, yeah, the can just kind of saved me there. Alright, good. Alright, read the jump. Try to keep him overwhelmed here, like I said earlier. Damn. Okay, wait, no. That might be it, yeah, that's it. I still have a whole nother stock, so I might be able to take it back. I really don't know. Jesus. Very, really? How did that whiff? That should not have whiffed. Come on. Really? It was like perfectly lined up and everything. The con smashes are so hard to hit because there's so much startup on them. Like, it's so easy to shield them. Alright. On. Could have gone for up smash there, but. Is that it? That's it. No? Yeah, it is. Come on, that forward smash should have hit. Like, whatever. It's fine, I lost. Whatever. So yeah, that'll be it for this episode of Smash Squad. I'll see you guys all next time. If you have any suggestions for themes, you can leave them down in the comments. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So, bye.